Okay, so we're designing an input field today, and the first thing we want to do is we can see these three parts of the input fields. The first part is the intro, which is also called the label. So the label is probably the title or the heading of your input field. It holds the title of the information you want your users to put inside that input field. Then the second part here is the main input container. We call it the input container or the input field itself or the text field. That's where your users input their information. And this last one is the sub information. So your sub information could contain just an ordinary text or a text plus an icon. It depends on what you are designing and who you are designing for. I mean the purpose of that input field. So let's quickly get into it and shift pixels. So let's design this label first. Tap C on your keyboard for text tool, and let's write our label text here. So when we talk about label, your label mostly has three parts. You have the main label itself, which is the main title. Then there are some input fields that you want to show your users that it is compulsory. So for you to show them that that input field is compulsory, you duplicate this text by holding your shift and your alt key. Your shift will keep your item on a straight line while you are dragging, and your alt key will duplicate that particular element for you. So after duplicating this text, double click on it to edit it. Then you just put asterisk. Your asterisk sign on your keyboard. Hold your shift key and tap number 8 on your keyboard to get the asterisk sign. So that's the second one. Then let's change it to color red and also make it bold. Also make it bold since it is just a sign and not a full text. Then I'm going to duplicate this text again once more to do the last one, which is the optional. So in case an input field is optional, like the information inside is not really necessary, if it is something they can bypass, then we use optional for that. So I'm going to change this last text. Now open your brackets, type optional inside and close the bracket. So for it not to look exactly like my label, because I might not have this asterisk and just have the label and the optional, so I don't want it to look the same. So I'll make this optional, I'll make it italic. Yeah, make it italic. Yeah, good. So this is going to be our header, but then some people like using 14 pixels header, but me I like using 12 pixels because my main input is going to be 14 pixels too, so I don't want everything looking the same. So I'll drop this one to 12 pixels. That is my header. Then put everything in a single auto layout, shift A. Reduce the spacing between them to 4. Yeah, then this option now I'm going to change it to gray. Yes. So we are done with the header now. We need the main content. So the main content, I'll duplicate this text down here again. Drag with your shift and alt key. Change it to my normal body text, which is 14. Then I would look for I'll look for an icon here. Let's look for an arrow icon, arrow down. Yep, so I'll drop it here. So since my text is 14 and the line height for 14 is 20, and remember, whenever you're pairing a text with an icon, the size of your icon is majorly depending on the line height of your text. So whatever the line height of your text is giving you must be the size of your icon, both length and breadth. So if my text is 20 pixel line height, then my icon is supposed to be 20 pixel length and breadth here. So I'll just tap K on my keyboard, K to scale. Then I'll drop this one to 20 pixels. So this icon and this text, I like both of them together, make it a single auto layout, which is my main input. Then I'll come back to move here. Come back to file here too. Now this is our main input. Now you know that the width depends on the frame you are using. So I love designing with Android large, and Android large is 360 pixels. So after removing my 24 pixels left and right for the margin, I'm left with 312 pixels. So I'll increase this width to 312 pixels. Then the height, we all know the height is 48, but I like using 50 for mobile. So I'll put it on 50. So this is my main input here. Let's give it a background, give it a white background, and let's give it a subtle stroke. Come to the stroke, give it a gray stroke, corner radius 10. Then the stroke, I want to splash it here and reduce it to, let's say, 30% visibility. Also reduce this one to 0.5. Then I'll give it left and right margin of 16 or 12, multiple of 4. So this is my main input, this is my header. The last thing I need here is my sub text. So I'll duplicate everything down here. I'll change this text towards my sub text. Yeah, my subtext. I'll delete this one and this one. Then I need an icon. I'll come back to asset again and look for an info icon. This icon can be anything, right? But I just like using info icon as the default icon there. So I'll also drop this. What's the line height of this text? Text 12. The line height is supposed to be around 18. So I'll drop my icon to 16 because that's multiple of 8. So I'll just tap key on my keyboard and drop it to 16. So my icon and my text, I'll just drop this icon inside this auto layout here, take it to the back. Yeah, so guys, I have the 3 layers of information I need for my input field. The last thing you want to do now is just highlight everything together and put them inside one single auto layout. Shift A. Close your scale, reduce the spacing between them to 8. You know, we're designing a multiple of 8. Voila, this is our input field, guys. Thank you. I'll catch you guys next time.